Good morning. We are looking at some quieter weather now that the snow has moved on here in Fargo. You could see some clouds still lingering, and on the road, this is I-94, there is some snow. Of course, there's some wheel tracks where travel has been happening, but there are lots of places with that fresh snow, especially in those secondary roads, parking lots that haven't been plowed out yet. So you're going to run into that in parts of the valley today. Let's take a look at the radar. This is again over the last 12 hours. We're going to show you what happened since last night. We had some issues. Well, actually, this is just the last couple of hours. We saw a couple of rounds of snow move through, but here over the last couple of hours, you could see things are quieting down. The clouds are starting to move out, and most of the snow, the accumulating snow, has moved on. We're looking at that over by Duluth and back into northwestern Wisconsin. A couple of areas of snow just on the southwestern tip of Brown County in South Dakota, but everybody else looking pretty quiet. Can't rule out a couple of flurries underneath some of these departing clouds, but most areas, again, clearing out and cooling down. In fact, up toward Langdon, we're at 0 right now. So we've really chilled down there. We're at 2 in Devil's Lake, 1 in Hallock. Fargo's at 13, so not as chilly. And we're a little milder to the south where we've had some cloud cover as well. We're at 18 degrees in Wahpeton. The wind coming in out of the north, cooling us down. We've got a peak speed of 16 miles per hour in Grand Forks. So it's not super strong, but it's enough to drive in some cooler air here at the surface. And looking at the visibility, you can see a couple of places where it's just slightly lower, but other than that, we're looking pretty good here as far as visibility is concerned. So a look at your hour-by-hour planner. Expect to have temperatures that are going to be back into the teens for many of us by the afternoon. However, there are going to be some places up in the Devil's Lake Basin, back over to the Rolla, Rugby area where we're going to stay into the single digits here today. So that's the kind of the coldest core of that air that's taking over after this system. High temperatures not very different or much change happening from what we're looking at right now. Fargo perhaps up to about 17 degrees, other places in the mid to some upper teens for your highs today. So quite cold to start off this holiday week. And into the 7 o'clock hour, once that sun goes down, the temperatures should drop pretty quickly. So we're looking at some single digits, a couple of us dropping down into that sub-zero range as we head into the late night hours up in the northern valley. And then the wind starts to make a change. We see it kick in from the south or southwest. That helps to drive in some milder air. Cloud cover moves overhead too. Both of those are great things to help keep our temperatures from dropping, or actually help raise our temperatures overnight. So by the time we start off tomorrow morning, we'll be a lot milder. Still cold, but not as bad. And we may be dealing with a couple of snow showers too moving through on that nose of that warmer air that's moving in. That could trigger a couple of late snow showers to start off your day on Tuesday before that moves on. This is noon. You can see mostly cloudy skies, and heading into the afternoon, temperatures into the 20s to even some low 30s for your highs for Tuesday. So a lot milder coming up even just 24 hours from now. Heading into Tuesday night, we kind of see a mix of some clouds and sun, but otherwise looking pretty quiet with a little bit of wind coming up for the day. Here's a look at your 7-day planner. So again, that slight chance for a few snow showers tomorrow morning. Today, probably our coldest day of the week. And as we head into Wednesday, big travel day, temperatures back into the low 30s. Right now, the weather looks fairly quiet. And heading into Thanksgiving Day, we are actually looking at some pretty mild weather. It may end up being the best day of the whole week. A high of 43 degrees for Thanksgiving Day. Black Friday, if you're going to be out shopping early morning, we're looking at some sub-freezing temperatures into the 20s, but not too bad. We've had some much colder Black Fridays before with a high of 39 degrees. And heading into the weekend, getting a little bit more unpleasant. We're back into the teens and 20s with some breezy weather and a chance for some snow showers too coming up for Saturday. So if you travel on Saturday, might get a little dicey. Of course, we'll have more on that as it gets closer, but Thanksgiving, the holiday itself, looks great.
I can go ahead and take my Christmas pictures on Thanksgiving with those nice temperatures.
There you go.
And the snow.
And the snow. Perfect. Thank you, Lisa.
Ahead on the Valley today, we've been talking about it. Thanksgiving is right around the corner. In the Valley today's Abby Birchner is live this morning to help us out with some holiday prep.